It's 20th of September 2019. This video is PowerDirector 55 and it's Square video. So I'll tell you what this is all about, and there are a couple of interesting things going on here. First thing is that in Square, on today's update, there is new version 6.2 1.1 Square video editing and production, and the second improvement is accessibility when producing video to SD card. No idea what that's all about, but I do know about Square video. So for the first thing to see how this is going to help people who are new to PowerDirector is if we go back to the main menu and we hit new project, you've now got a slightly different pop-up box, 16:9, 9:16 and the 1:1. Notice that if you hit 1:1 and of course start a new project, that's what it does. But what you've got, which is quite interesting, is that my little one here, which is Square 01, you can see top left there is a square box that says 1 to 1, which you would expect, which is nice because if you're working on certain things, like that one here, there's one I've already done before, which is a straightforward 16:9, and then just to show you that the things do actually work, and that is that this one is a portrait and therefore the top left box is 9:16, so that's one thing to look out for. And the other one, which is quite what's the word I'm looking for here, it is challenging, I would say, and that is that what you do get straight away, which is really nice, is the drop down, so you can actually see your square, which is really nice. When you go to the challenging part, in my opinion, this is just a demo project, is you get this. Now the way I'm looking at my personal screen is that I can see the viewport here, which is a dark grey, and the actual area here is the black, which of course is the active area. Now this dark grey and black, in my opinion, can actually get a little bit difficult, and so what I've actually done is one technique here, and I'll show you what I mean, is that I've used an orange fill slide, and then what I've done is I've started to add things over the top. So in other words, when you add a new video or picture, sometimes you can't see that border. So clearly here you can see, you know, there's a collage image and with an orange border around the outside, because that's almost my limit, you know, of the square. And I'll show you exactly what I mean. So this is a clip here which I've already looked at and put in to be square. But if I actually go back to the crop of it, and you notice the way that the UI pops out, which is really nice. There's my, oh, where's it gone? He says, edit. I mean, it's interesting in real life the way this works, and that is, it's better to show you that, yeah, can you see that the way I've done a pan and zoom here is that that black border here along the bottom is kind of like coming in. I can't see it very well. That's why I thought about the idea of bringing in something like, this is a better example, isn't it, just to finish it off, and that is that if let's delete that. So to make it really crystal clear, the technique here is I've added a yellow slide, which is obviously really, really, you know, bright, but it's a huge contrast between the grey. I think you get the idea. Now if I want to add my regular video in this time, and I'm going to put in one of the clips I've got, which let's make a horse this time, let's say. Then what happens is, he says, finishing off the idea, it looks like that. Then you can actually come up and say, right, I want the horse in the field, and you can clearly see there's lots of bright yellow. Then we can come in and we can suddenly get rid of the yellow, just about, not even there, is it really? So let's make that a bit bigger. And then we can see that our border has pretty much disappeared, and it might help you in, like, you know, bright sunlight if you're outdoors doing some outdoors, you know, editing type thing as a picture in picture. That's it, I think, isn't it, on this one, apart from to say that if you are producing a lot of video for, say, I don't know, Instagram or squares on Twitter or squares in whatever chosen field you're doing, the main thing is that PowerDirector have made a commitment like the drop down there where you can see this quite nicely. PowerDirector have made the commitment to actually go portrait, landscape and now square, so that's pretty much it. And then you can also, if I pause that, which is quite nice, you can bring it all the way back and organise your timeline here, seeing the square at not I was going to say full screen, which is of course like that, and then you can go down to this drop down which also appears in portrait. So there you go, 20th of September 19. Next one I know right now is about trimming clips, so look out for that. That'll be PowerDirector app 56.